Tesla has been the talk of the town, guys. Tesla gained 27% in the last 1 month and closed last Friday at $274, $274.38 to be precise, after hitting a low of 215 on 18th of August. Yes, you heard that right. It actually closed 27% higher after closing or hitting 215 low on 18th of August. Hello everybody, and once again welcome to Sinhanomics, the money machine. By now you have understood I'm going to talk about Tesla today. But having said that, I'll focus more also on the story behind Tesla's rise, and that's Dojo, the Dojo supercomputer. I'll talk about what is Dojo, why it's so important for a car company. Well, as I mentioned, one of the reasons for the rise of Tesla, 27% rise, and in fact it rose 10% in one day after Morgan Stanley's analyst Adam Jonas upgraded the stock and gave a new price target of $400 from $250. Yes, you heard that right. The new price target is to test the all-time high of $400 from $250. So there's pretty much a big room to grow, guys. $150 growth, and it came at the time when the price was at 215, and that's why it has been going up and up since then. Well, the reason behind that, there are few catalysts are there, and the first of all, as I mentioned, is Dojo, as well as the V12 version 12 of the FSD, full self-driving software, as well as the next AI day that's going to come in 2024. Dojo, which is a purpose-built supercomputer to train the full self-driving software, can add up to $500 billion in the value of Tesla through the faster adoption of the robo-taxi and the SaaS. As you know, robo-taxi is pretty much on the cards. It's supposed to hit the road in 2024, by end of 2024 if I'm not wrong. And it also emphasizes on the three core capabilities: speed, performance, and the cost. Yes, Dojo actually is going to add a lot of value in the Tesla business and will add three core competencies: speed, performance, and cost. In the near term, Dojo can accelerate the development and monetize Tesla's software, FSD, the one that I talked about, as well as the service business. Just like Tesla has monetized its charging stations, as well as the energy storage business. It opens up a horizon to monetize Dojo and the FSD. In the longer term, they actually see that the scope for the Dojo is to provide avenue for Tesla's software and hardware capabilities to extend beyond the auto industry. Yes, you heard that right. Because actually it's an AI. It's a supercomputer to train large language models, guys. And that's where we are all talking about. All these companies are pretty much into that race. And Tesla is pretty much ahead of the game. And that can actually open up this avenue to monetize that away from the auto industry. Tesla cars are sensor-encrusted robots making life and death decisions in highly unpredictable environments in the driving situations. Tesla has built a custom AI ASIC chip which can operate more efficiently than any other chip in the market and at a fraction of the cost. Yes, you heard that right. It can be more efficient, and it is more efficient than any other chip in the market, guys. That includes NVIDIA and others, AMDs. Tesla has a unique long-time experience with the advanced driver assist system with the world-class design team. And Tesla has been investing in this for quite some time. We have been hearing it. They have been doing all this testing, and in my previous videos I have covered that how many kilometers of the self-driving they have covered already. They are reporting it already in their quarterly updates. Tesla's vertical integration also helps to diversify away from the over-reliance on the third-party suppliers. And that's the beauty. As many of the analysts, including me, we believe Tesla is not really a car company, it's actually a technology company, guys. And because the power behind that is technology, the AI. It's actually one of the largest AI company. You can't compare that with NVIDIA because NVIDIA is the manufacturer, but they are actually the one who they're going to use it in the FSD and other applications. Well, Morgan Stanley report dives into the world of custom silicon at the exaflop scale, solving some of the world's most challenging problems like autonomy, offering a gateway into the vast untapped commercial potential. The more Morgan Stanley looked at Dojo, the more they realized the potential of the underappreciated value of the stock Tesla. And that's why they believe that Tesla can reasonably test its all-time high of $400 over the next 12 months. Well, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I have talked about it. So that's nothing new. Of course, the new thing is that it's coming from a prestigious investment house, and that's what it is. In my previous videos on Tesla, if you have watched it, I have talked about all these untapped potential which is not factored in Tesla's price right now. One is Dojo, one is robo-taxi, one is the truck, cyber truck. Another one is the monetization of the energy. And last but not the least, also the monetization of the charging stations. So all this is going to add plenty of potential in Tesla. Well, in the next few minutes, I'll talk about what is Dojo and why it's so important for a car company. Well, Tesla's AI division has created a new type of supercomputer called Dojo. Tesla has been talking about it since the last 2 years, but now in the last earnings report, they pretty much confirmed, Elon Musk confirmed that it's almost doing the work it is supposed to do, is pretty much operational. Well, Dojo is going to change everything for Tesla. And that's what was announced in June 2023 in the earnings report. It's fully operational, running and doing the stuff it's supposed to do, especially in the FSD training perspective, and is very much production ready. Yes, you heard that right. Dojo is production ready. And Tesla is already accumulating fully functional Dojo chip and building into the racks, and Dojo will be expanded into the different testing phases. It's already pretty much involved in the testing stage, and then now it will expand from the testing stage to the production. And Dojo is going to be one of the world's top 5 most powerful supercomputers by October 2024. Yes, you heard that right. It's going to be one of the topmost or top 5 most powerful supercomputers by October 2024, and that's what Elon Musk has announced. Well, as I talked about the exaflop, and I'll talk a little bit more details in that, but one exaflop is pretty much one quintennial, and in simple terms, you put 18 zeros, 18 zeros after 1, and that's the power of this supercomputer. So exaflop is basically the amount of operations a computer can perform or handle in 1 second. And as I talked about it, one exaflop is equal to 1 quintillion computer operations per second, and that is 10 to the power 18, guys. Just to remind you, giga is 10 to the power 9, tera is 10 to the power 12, peta is 10 to the power 15, and exa is 10 to the power 18. Just for interest for some of you, after that there is zeta, 10 to the power 21, and further that is iota, 10 to the power 24. Well, coming back to that, 1 exaflop, I'll repeat that, is equal to 10 to the power 18 computer operations it will handle in 1 second, and you can actually guess how fast it will be. So if you look at that, what he's trying to develop is he's trying to develop 100 exaflops, guys. And that means 300,000 of NVIDIA A100 GPUs. If you stack all of them, 300,000 NVIDIA A100 GPUs, that will be the power of Dojo that will handle 100 exaflops. Again, when we look at the monetization, what's the monetary value of that? So 100 exaflop equals, as I talked about it, 300,000 A100 NVIDIA chips. And one A100 NVIDIA chip actually costs $10,000 US dollar. So if you add all of them, we are simply talking about a $3 billion value. So Dojo right now is a $3 billion supercomputer. Pretty much Dojo is a system on a chip. The entire supercomputer on a single chip. That's what Dojo is all about. Now, the question in everybody's mind is, hey, what will Dojo do? Why an auto company, a car company, needs such a powerful supercomputer, right? That's what you must have been thinking. Well, Dojo is designed to function as a training supercomputer, and this will be the new home for the FSD, full self-driving software. These training clusters are made of, and is pretty much packed, GPUs demanded by the neural network trainings. Dojo is coming to the game with an entirely new approach, guys. A hardware platform designed grounds up into Tesla's AI division for training their latest computer vision and video based on the FSD networks. So in simple terms, Dojo is required to do the testing and to ensure that the FSD does the right things while doing the driving in an autonomous environment. Well, with the aim to create a digital duplicate of the human cortex and the brain functions, and to use that to drive a car autonomously. Actually, in this case, we are talking about billions of the frames of the digital videos or digital video data that the AI model is going to handle in the FSD software to understand the real life situations. And this process is called labeling. The funny and the interesting part was that earlier humans were doing this job at Tesla. The humans were doing this labeling at Tesla. But everybody knows, to handle so many of frames and all those things in the real life situation, if you really want to do and employ human, everybody on the earth needs to work on it. So it's not sustainable. And hence they needed and to automate that, and that's the job Dojo is doing. I think you have understood right now what's the function of what is Dojo and why it's important for Tesla. Well, just to give you some examples as well, this is very similar to what Apple did it. Apple applied M1 and M2 powered computers, and they have actually replaced the Intel processors with their own chip. Tesla is trying to do the same in the auto industry world, especially in the FSD side. And as the power of the AI is increasing, so is the demand for the chip, NVIDIA chips like A100 and their latest chip, that is H100. And guess what? These are very expensive. The price of the H100 one GPU is 40,000 US dollar per unit. So the one that I talked about, 300,000 multiplied by 40, I think we are talking about $12 billion. See, if Tesla has to leverage NVIDIA, which they are leveraging plenty of them right now, because in the previous earnings report, When the question came that when Dojo will be fully operational, Elon Musk actually said that depends on NVIDIA. But ultimately, Tesla's aim is to have their own chip. Well, right now, Dojo is not that useful, or in the other industries. Alternatively, in other words, we can say Dojo is very useful and very focused on the FSD segment, in the training of the full self-driving software. But going forward, it will be developed as the one to train any large language model, because guys, it's the same supercomputer. And that's the purpose is the same, to train the large language model, to process all this data, all the video frames, etc. So there is a big possibility and almost certainty that it can be used in other areas as well, and it won't be confined on the auto industry. And that actually gives the extra mileage on the valuation of Tesla. And that's going to be the game changer in this space. And that is why Dojo is very important for the success, commercialization and monetization of FSD, full self-driving software. Well, thanks very much, and I'll come back again with similar interesting stories for you. If you like this kind of videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And guys, if you have not purchased Tesla, the market is giving good opportunity right now. Tesla was down and now is going up. If you look at NVIDIA, it has hit for 505 or something, and now it's trading at around 440. If you look at Apple, whatever is the noise that China is creating some challenges there, but China official actually has come and said that they are not going to stop the government officials to buy and use iPhone. It's just that they wanted to highlight some of the security risks they see in the iPhone. So, cut the long story short, this is the time to pick stocks which you think are the future. If you haven't bought Tesla, maybe it's time to buy. Well, as you know, these are not the recommendations, these are my personal views, and don't forget to consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Guys, Sinhanomics is out there to create financial awareness so that you can make your own decisions and buy stocks and make money. With that, it's a goodbye from your finance coach, Pankaj Sinha. Bye-bye.